Hi, I'm Bella. I'm here with Autumn Newby on LSU basketball team, and I'm really excited to have you today. I think the first thing that drew me to interviewing you was I saw in another interview that you were asked if you wanted to go pro after college, and I just loved your answer. So I'm gonna ask the same question, do you want to go pro after you're done playing here?
Well, in a short answer, no. I've had a lot of people say I could if I really wanted to, but it's never been something that I really wanted. I started playing basketball when I was around 9, and when I got old enough, I knew it was something that I wanted to do to get my education. I always knew I wanted to go into the medical field, so I want to go to nursing school when I leave here. I took my 5th year to play my last year because I opted out my senior year at Vandy. I wanted to finish it out, but I also wanted to get my prerequisites done for nursing school. So yeah, I don't want to play at the next level, but basketball has brought me as far as you can think of. So I'm forever grateful for it, and when it's done, I'm sure I'll miss it, but it's definitely given me a lot of opportunities.
Yeah. When you started basketball, did you always know you didn't want to go pro, or is this something you've developed in college?
I think that developed over as I got older in high school and into college. Not a lot of people make it pro. And even I also thought about the fact that a lot of players in the WNBA don't make a lot of money. You have to be the best of the best to even make 150, 200,000. So I just thought I could do something else for my career path and make that much or even more, and potentially love it. I think I'm a nurturing person in general, so I think being a nurse is something that is going to fit me really well. I think I'll love it. So a big thing for me is loving my job. So yeah.
That's awesome. If it was always about academics, why you would leave Vanderbilt to come to LSU?
My end goal at Vandy was to get my degree. That's why I went there for the most part. And when I got my degree, I decided that now I can kind of focus on the basketball aspect of it, the family aspect of it, the other things that I didn't really have when I was at Vanderbilt. So when I signed to play for Nikki, I grew up knowing Nikki. Kayla's my best friend. I grew up playing with Kayla, so that was an easy decision. This is my mom's alma mater. She graduated from here, so she comes to every single game. She flies in and flies out every other day.
Oh my gosh.
So. But yeah, I have a lot of family at all the games. It was an easy decision for me to come down here. My family, my whole mom's side is pretty much from here, so it's been really, really nice having them here because I didn't really have that when I was at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I feel when you put your all into a sport and you're not going to continue on, it's nice to have a year to just enjoy it for what it is, because I feel that's not common. You didn't commit to Coach Mulkey when you came here, so what was your reaction when you found out she was going to be the coach here?
I had a lot of mixed reactions. It was a little overwhelming because I did sign to play for Nikki, but it was also really exciting because not a lot of people get to say they played for Kim Mulkey. And it just so happened to fall in my lap. It was God's plan for me, and it's just been something that I couldn't even describe. Playing at this level is something that I wish I could have did my 4 years or 3 years at Vandy, but it wasn't my main focus, so I didn't really take it too much to heart. But now that we're here and now that we're at such a high level and we're competing to play for a national championship, we're projected to be one of the top 1, 2, 3, or 4 seeds in the tournament. That's something I never would have thought I could say I would be a part of. So this has been something that is legendary to me. Kim is legendary. She's one of the greatest. So it's been nice.
That's amazing. And you were injured, so you just came back to play. So is it almost overwhelming at times, with school and just all the media around LSU basketball right now, or?
I don't know if I would say overwhelming. A lot of it is our fans. That isn't really overwhelming. It's really they're taking us far, basically. They're a big part of this, and I don't know if they know it, but the fans are crazy. They love us here. I never had a crowd like this, and we get to see a crowd like this almost every home game. So it's incredible. I think that Kim, she's just brought a different atmosphere to the gym. The fans, all of us, we just love her how she is on the sidelines, how hard she goes for us, how she's in the refs' ears. people sometimes probably come to the game to watch Kim. So yeah, so it's been exciting. It's been really exciting.
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm excited to see how you guys do because it's so fun to watch you guys. I love it.
Thank you.
Switching gears a little bit on to a different topic. So when I was researching you, I looked through all your social media, whatever. I saw that you were tagged and posted in an account by Beautiful Ballers. So I'm just wondering what you think about accounts like that and what's your stance on kind of promoting female athletes in that light?
Well, it's funny you say that because my followers, after they posted me on that, skyrocketed.
I bet.
So obviously I appreciate it, but I think that those type of accounts, I think they're big for promoting women's basketball. It provides a lot of exposure, regardless if it's just talking about our looks. It's still exposure for us.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure the people who get posted appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a few accounts out there like that. But yeah, I think that any exposure for women's basketball is good exposure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I love that. Do you think that do you think people take away from your athletic credibility when they see that you're posting on accounts like that, or do you think that's not really an issue?
I honestly don't think it's that big of an issue because I think a lot of people like to see pretty basketball players.
Yeah.
People just like to see pretty basketball players, and then when you go actually see them play, it's like they're out there hooping, they're playing, and then on the other hand, you see them all glammed up with makeup and stuff like that. So I think it's actually pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah. I think my opinion is it's cool to see that you can be a respected athlete and be seen as a feminine woman as well. So with the NIL deals, do you think that, have you done any NIL deals? Did that help you with it?
I'm in the works with NIL deals. I think that's a big part. Your image is a really big part of those NIL deals and your brand.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that really, really helps. I mean, I have a lot of fans that just say, "Oh, you're my favorite player," and all that. So I'm just glad to see that kind of people see that, and people like NIL deals, NIL people are kind of wanting to brand me a little more just based on my look and things like that, and how I play and how it all kind of comes together.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you capitalize on that for sure? Do you think that NIL deals have made a bigger name for women's basketball, being the top, that's the top female sport for NIL deals?
Yes, I think that it has become a really big deal because you see players like Paige signing deals to StockX, which is unheard of, and Gatorade and things like that. And I think that this NIL deal thing is really changing the game for women.
Yeah.
Flau'jae, who's coming here, I'm sure she'll have a million deals when she gets here because she's already so big. So I think that's another way for women to get exposure. And I know gymnastics here, a lot of them have a lot of exposure with it, not just women's basketball, a lot of women can get exposure from it, and I think it's important to see how these women are getting big deals just like the guys are. So I think that's really, really, really important that people are branding women too and making sure that they're a big part of this.
I saw that you posted a picture to get donations to help with NIL deals. Can you explain what that is a little bit more?
That's actually a quote-unquote NIL deal.
Okay.
But basically, it's called Crowd Push. I'm a brand ambassador for them, and basically you just have to have fans donate, and all that money goes towards women's basketball or whatever team that your brand ambassador is working for. Everyone gets that money split up evenly at the end of the season.
Wow.
So I think a lot of people don't really know what it is, or and I think it needs more exposure because if you think about all the fans that come to the game, if they just put $10 into it, just imagine how much money that would be for us, because it goes straight to us. So I think that it just needs more exposure and more time, because things like that, and I think there are other things along those lines of getting donations that needs time to really build, so people can really understand what they're doing. I think that a lot of people think that some things are scams or some things are stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, that goes straight to us. So the more people that donate, the more money we get. So hopefully we can get that out a little more.
Yeah, hopefully this helps.
Yeah.
Is there what do you think the biggest thing that needs work for not only women's basketball but women's sports right now?
I mean, I feel we're always talking about equality.
Right.
Just making sure that the women have everything that the men have. I think that's still, I mean, we saw that was still an issue even last year in the tournament. So equality has been the biggest thing. I think that we're working towards it a lot every year. I don't know that it'll ever be the same, but women have definitely gotten a lot more opportunities. I've seen a lot change just by not just criticizing the media and criticizing, but like it makes a difference. I've seen a lot of things change for women over the years and just over this past year. So I think bringing awareness to it is the biggest thing. Because when people see what they're doing and know what they're doing and know that people see it, it makes it more imperative for them to like try to change it and try to make a change, and so that people know that they're making a change and stuff like that. So I think that that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like you said with the tournament last year with like Sedona posting it, like I feel like with social media it's just like an easier way to talk about it, which is what you're doing.
Yeah, we're working on my brand right now, and hopefully awesome. It just continues to build as we continue to go through this season and even after.
Yeah, and you're done. This is your final year of eligibility.
This is my final year.
Same. You got to really make it count for sure. I guess my last question is, what would you tell your younger self today? Like if you could go back and say something.
I guess I would tell my younger self to just stay the course. I've gone through a lot in my 5 years in college. It wasn't the easiest, and a lot of times I've thought about quitting or leaving or anything like that, and just to stay the course, because everything that I wanted and that is coming to fruition right now for me. Everything that I set out to do, my plans, they're all here. So just staying the course and continuing to put in the work, and not even just on the court, but in academics, because that's really important. That's one of the most important things for me, and just because that'll make my family proud, and it has. So that's the biggest thing, is stay the course and stay consistent.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you want to add, or any final thoughts?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Of course.